Now starting with the algebraic identities once again. Till now we have done 7 algebraic identities. The first one a plus b whole square, second a minus b whole square, then a plus b into a minus b and x plus a into x plus b. Till these 4 identities we have done in class 8th. All of you have understood these 4 identities very well, I hope. And the last 4th identity I also told you is also considered as splitting the middle term. 5th identity is a plus b plus c whole square, wherein I told you not to learn separate identities by changing this plus sign to minus signs and so on. Please don't do that, just stick to one single identity. Next is a plus b whole cube, which can be written as a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. And a minus b whole cube is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. Now today we are going to do a new identity, two new identities. One is a cube plus b cube and the other one is a cube minus b cube. Now children, if you look at the identity for a plus b whole cube, the 6th identity, I am just highlighting this. If you look at this identity carefully, do you find the expression a cube plus b cube anywhere in this identity? We can find it on the right hand side, that is this, a cube plus b cube. Suppose I want to find the value of this a cube plus b cube. What will I do? I will take this term on the left hand side. So what will it become? This expression, 6th equation I am rewriting, it is a plus b whole cube. This term will remain here only, and this term 3ab into a plus b I will shift on the left hand side, and this minus plus sign will change to minus sign. So minus 3ab into a plus b, and on the right hand side we are just left with a cube plus b cube. You can just learn it also, but I was just telling you that this identity is derived from the identity of a plus b whole cube only. So a cube plus b cube can be written as a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. This is one way of remembering the identity, but as you can very easily see that if I want to factorize this kind of an expression, can I say that this is the factorization of a cube plus b cube? Obviously not. So what we do here is we try to write it in the factorized form. Now here a plus b whole cube, and here you have 3ab into a plus b. Can I take a plus b common from both the terms, from this term and from this term? So what am I left inside the bracket? From a plus b whole cube, if I have taken out a plus b, the one power I have taken out, so I am left with a plus b whole square inside the bracket, and from here this a plus b has gone out, so we are left with only 3ab inside the bracket. So we get that a cube plus b cube is equal to this. Now again opening out the bracket here, if I open out a plus b whole square, what will I get? A square plus b square plus 2ab minus 3ab is equal to a cube plus b cube, or I can rewrite it as a square plus b square. Now plus 2ab minus 3ab will give us minus ab. This is equal to a cube plus b cube. So we have got a cube plus b cube as equal to a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. So these are the two ways of writing a cube plus b cube. But remember, whenever you have to do factorization, we will use this form. If you have to do some kind of calculations, then we will use this form of a cube plus b cube. Similarly, coming over to a cube minus b cube. First of all, I will write the identity for a minus b whole cube. That was a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. This was the identity for a minus b whole cube. Now I want to find a cube minus b cube. So what will I do? I will just shift this term to the left hand side. So what will it become? A minus b whole cube, and this term, when I shift on the left hand side, this minus will change to plus 3ab into a minus b, and that is equal to a cube minus b cube. Now again, from this entire expression, from these two terms, I can take out a minus b common. Now once I take a minus b from this term, we are left with a minus b whole square. And from this term, when I remove a minus b, I am just left with plus 3ab is equal to a cube minus b cube. So I will get a minus b into, now open out the bracket, a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab, and then plus 3ab is equal to a cube minus b cube. So we are left with what? A square plus b square plus ab is equal to a cube minus b cube. So this is the identity for a cube minus b cube when we want to do factorization, and this formula we use when we want to do some kind of calculations. So finally, now after the 7 identities, the 8th identity is of a cube plus b cube, which I can write in two different ways. One is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. This we use for calculation purposes, and the other one, that is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, we use for factorization because it is in the product form. The 9th identity is a cube minus b cube, which I can write as a minus b whole cube plus 3ab into a minus b, or the second way of expressing this identity is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Again, this I use for factorization, and this one I use for calculation purpose. So now let us do some examples based on these two identities. Let's take the first example as 343 a cube minus 64 b cube. Children, before I start with the factorization, I just want to tell you one thing, that you all must learn the squares from 1 to 30. That is very important now, and the cubes of the numbers from 1 to 15, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you to understand. When you see 343, you don't know it is a cube of which number. I want to write this term as a perfect cube now. Then only I can use the identity a cube minus b cube here. Okay, so right now I am telling you that 343 is the cube of 7. So, and this is a cube, so 7 cube into a cube can be written as 7a whole cube. Similarly, 64 is a cube of 4. So 4 cube into b cube can be written as 4b whole cube. If you don't know, then it will become a very complicated thing for you. First you need to prime factorize and then see it is a cube of which number. So it's always better if you learn these, it will be really helpful for you all. Okay, so now a cube minus b cube. So what is your a in this case? 7a, and b in this case means 4b. Okay, so first term is 7a, second term is 4b. Let us concentrate on this identity a cube minus b cube. So we are not going to use the first part of this because that is used for calculation purposes. The second one we use for factorization. So I would like to write it in two brackets. So first bracket I will write a minus b. So what is your a? 7a, and b is 4b. So 7a minus 4b. In the second bracket, the first term is a square. So what will you write? 7a whole square. By now I hope you understand the difference between 7a whole square and 7a square. Every time I repeat it, that whenever I want to write whole square, you must put a bracket and then write whole square. This is a wrong way of writing a perfect square. then plus AB. So plus 7A into 4B and plus 4B whole square. I will just open the bracket. Here I will get 7A whole square will give you 49A square plus 7 into 4 is 28AB plus 4 square will be 16, so 16B square. So this is the factorization of 343A cube minus 64B cube. Never ever think that 343A is the first term and 64B is the second term. This is a very common mistake that the students do. Before we choose our A and B, we must write both the terms in the perfect cube form. Then only you can do the factorization. Let's take one more example. Say 1 by 27 x cube plus let's take 512 y cube. Okay, so 27. Do you know 27 is the cube of which number? It is the cube of 3. So I'll write it as 1 by 3x whole cube plus 512 is the cube of 8. So I can write 8y whole cube. So in this case, A will be 1 by 3x and B would be 8y. So using this identity for A cube plus B cube, I am using this form, factorized form. First bracket is A plus B. That means 1 by 3x plus 8y. In the second bracket, I will write A square. That means 1 by 3x whole square. This is the A square. Second term is minus AB. So minus 1 by 3x into 8y plus B square. Now I will just open out the bracket. I will get in the first bracket the same thing will be there, 1 by 3x plus 8y. In the second bracket, 1 by 3x square can be written as 1 by 9x square minus, this will be 8 upon 3 into xy plus 64y square. So this is how we factorize using the identities for A cube plus B cube and A cube minus B cube. But one thing should be very clear in your mind, that A cube plus B cube is not same as A plus B whole cube. They are two different expressions altogether. Similarly, A cube minus B cube is totally different from A minus B whole cube. Please take care of these two statements. They are very, very important to understand. Now I hope you all have understood how to factorize A cube plus B cube and A cube minus B cube. So for A cube plus B cube, I told you two identities, two forms. First one is A plus B whole cube minus 3AB into A plus B. Second one was A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square. So I told you in the beginning itself, this one we have already used for factorization. The first one here is for you the calculation purposes. Similarly for A cube minus B cube, this one is for calculation, this one is for factorization. Now let's do one question in which we are going to use the other identity of A cube plus B cube. Suppose the question is find the value of 8x cube plus 27y cube if what is given to us, 2x plus 3y is equal to 8 and xy is equal to 2. I want to find the value of 8x cube plus 27y cube. So what does it resemble? It resembles A cube plus B cube somehow. But is it exactly in the form of A cube plus B cube at the moment? No. You can't say that your A is 8x and B is 27y. I told you first we need to write it in the perfect cube form. So 8 is the cube of which number? 2. So I can write it as 2x whole cube and 27 is the cube of 3. So 3y whole cube. Now I want to find the value of this. That means I need to find the value of this expression. So 2x whole cube plus 3y whole cube is actually in the form of a cube plus b cube, where what is my a here? 2x, and b is 3y. Now just recall the identity. I am writing it here. A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Let me write it in this format now. So this is equal to a plus b, 2x plus 3y will be my a plus b whole cube. I am exactly following this expression. So a plus b whole cube minus 3 into a into b. When I say a and b, you should know what is your a and b in this case, into a plus b, that is 2x plus 3y. Now just look what is given to us. 2x plus 3y is equal to 8 already given. So I can put the value 8 here. It will become 8 cube minus, now multiply this, 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 3 is 18xy into 2x plus 3y. Again 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. Now in the next step, 8 cube will be 512 minus 18 into xy. The value of xy is also given to us, that is 2 into 8. So after simplifying this, you will get the answer whatever it is. This is minus 36 into 8. You can just multiply and see what do you get. That will be your answer, and that is the value of 8x cube plus 27y cube. I just want to show you a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. This is the factorized form. Again I am repeating. In this case, if you try to put the values, you will know the value of a plus b, you will know the value of a into b, but where did you get the values of a square plus b square? So that is why I have told you two formulas for a cube plus b cube and for a cube minus b cube. Again I am reminding, the first one which I have given you is for calculations like in this question we have done, and the second one is for factorization, that is this kind, in which we write the expression in the product form. Let's do one more question of the same type, that find the value of 125 p cube minus 8q cube if what is given to us, 5p minus 2q is equal to 6 and pq is equal to 4. Whenever you get this kind of a question, you don't bother about what is given to us. Just keep it aside and first see what do we have to find out. We need to find out the value of 125p cube minus 8q cube. So we'll first try and write it in the form of a cube minus b cube. Right now this is not in the form of a cube minus b cube because it is not written in the perfect cube form. So 125 is the cube of 5. 5p whole cube minus 2q whole cube. So now we can use the identity for a cube minus b cube, but which one? The first one for a cube minus b cube, which we use for calculation purposes. I am just writing down the identity here. A cube minus b cube, for calculation purposes I use the identity a minus b whole cube plus 3ab into a minus b. Now using this identity, what do I get here? A minus b. What is my a here? 5p, and b is 2q. So I will write 5p minus 2q whole cube plus 3ab. So 3 into 5p into 2q into a minus b, that is 5p minus 2q. Now let us see what values are given to us. 5p minus 2q is equal to 6. So here can I write 6 and then whole cube plus 3 into 5, 15, 15 into 2 is 30. So I'll get 30 pq here into, in the bracket, 5p minus 2q again can be written as 6. So this will become 6 cube is 216 plus 30 into 6 will be 180 into PQ. What is the value of PQ given here? 4. 180 into 4. That gives me 216 plus 720, which gives you 936 as the answer for this question. So let's choose another question of the same type where we need to do the calculations here. So let's take the next question is, find the value of x cube plus 1 upon x cube, where what is given to us, that x plus 1 upon x is equal to root 3. Can you see, in the previous question there were two values given, 5p minus 2q and p into q. Here in this question only one value is given, and that is for x plus 1 upon x whole cube. X plus 1 upon x. Now let's see, x cube plus 1 upon x cube can be written as x whole cube plus 1 upon x whole cube. So can I treat this question as a cube plus b cube, where a will be x and b will be 1 upon x. So my a here is x and b is equal to 1 by x. So let's use the identity for a cube plus b cube, but the first one which we use for calculation purposes. What is the identity? I am writing it here. A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So what will I get here? A plus b is x plus 1 by x whole cube minus 3 into a into b into a plus b. So did you observe something here? Here your a and b are reciprocals of each other, so at this stage they will cancel out. In the previous questions these two terms they were not cancelling out, so they had to give one extra value of pq as well. So here they are getting cancelled, so we need not put the value of the product here. Now what is x plus 1 by x? It is given to be equal to root 3. So I am writing here root 3 whole cube minus 3 into x plus 1 by x is again root 3. Now when you open out root 3 whole cube, what will you get? Root 3 into root 3 into root 3. Now root 3 into root 3 will become 3 and into root 3. So this will become 3 root 3 minus this term is already 3 root 3. So these two same terms, when you subtract you will get the answer as 0. So this is how we can use the identities for finding out the values. Let's do one with the negative one also. Again, find the value of x cube minus 1 upon x cube if x minus 1 upon x is given to be 5. So here again I can write it as x cube minus 1 upon x whole cube. That means the identity of a cube minus b cube, where my a will be x and b will be 1 by x. Again I am writing down the identity of a cube minus b cube as a minus b whole cube plus 3ab into a minus b. Put it here, we will get x minus 1 upon x whole cube plus 3 into a into b, x into 1 by x. This is a and this is b, multiplied by a minus b, that is x minus 1 upon x. So that gives you, what is x minus 1 upon x here? 5. So 5 cube plus this will get cancelled, 3 into what is x minus 1 upon x? It is 5. So 5 cube gives me 125 plus 3 into 5 gives me 15, and that is equal to 140. So this is how we use the identity in various ways. One more question. Suppose I take x plus 4y whole cube minus x minus 4y whole cube. How will you do this? use the first use the identity for a plus b whole cube. Secondly, use the identity for a minus b whole cube. So, what do I get? Should I write down the identities here first? A plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. And a minus b whole cube is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. So using these two identities, in the first term I will be using the identity a plus b whole cube. In the second term I will be using the identity a minus b whole cube. So using the identities, now what do we get here? I will be using the first identity here. Now what is my a? X is a and 4y is b. So what is a cube? It is x whole cube plus, in place of b cube I will write 4y whole cube plus 3 into x square into b is your 4y plus 3 into x into b square minus the second bracket will be a minus b whole cube. So I will be using this identity for a minus b whole cube, that is x cube minus b is 4y b cube minus 3 into x square into b plus 3 into x into b square. Now let's open out these brackets further. This will be x cube plus 4y whole cube will be 4 cube into y cube, that means 64y cube. This term will give you plus 12 x square y. This will give you, now this is 4y whole square. When you open it out, you will get 4 into 4, 16. 16 into 3 is 48. So plus 48 xy square. Bracket closed minus the second bracket x cube minus 64y cube minus this, it will give you minus 12x square y, and here we will get plus 4 into 4 is 16, 16 3 is a 48 xy square. Now let's open out both the brackets. X cube plus 64y cube plus 12x square y plus 48x square y. I'm sorry, it's 48 xy square. It should be 48 xy square. Now minus, when I open out the second bracket, because there's a minus sign outside the bracket, all the signs inside the bracket will get changed while opening the bracket. This is plus x cube, it will become minus x cube. Minus 64y cube will become 64y cube plus 64y cube plus 12x square y minus 48 xy square. Now let's see which all terms they get cancelled. X cube and minus x cube, 48 xy square and minus 48 xy square, they get cancelled. We are left with 64y cube plus 64y cube, which gives you 128y cube plus this will give you 24x square y, because these were the like terms, so we could add them, and this is the final answer for this question.